Sega Saturn. What's there to talk about?
Yeah, they're so hard. They're hard for games. Tony has the cash that turns on the video game.
Before Marvel vs. Capcom, there was X-Men Children of the Atom, which is personally one of my favorite fighting games.
Absolutely. We're going to be taking a look at Children of the Atom and also its spiritual sequel, Marvel Superheroes, for the Sega Saturn. These are actually TJ's games, so that's why he's here. You might remember him from... So this was Capcom's first foray into the Marvel universe.
Yeah, it came out in 1994, which was when the X-Men animated series was out. The comics were really popular and hot. So this was actually the perfect time to make an awesome video game of the franchise.
And I even remember when I went into the arcades, I was so excited. I saw the X-Men title up at the top there, and I put quarter after quarter in. And the game was actually really good. I almost even wanted to buy a Sega Saturn to play the game at home. Fortunately, that never happened.
So let's start this thing. So you can see it's kind of a modest selection of characters. 10. It's not particularly huge, but the menu selection screen is actually kind of cool.
Yeah, you got all the characters kind of congregating at the bottom there. It's a nice little clusterfuck.
Yeah, as you can see, everything is really big. Each character's moves takes up a lot of the screen, which gives it a sense of real action. And like when you hit your opponent, you can tell that they're getting hit hard.
It's so colorful. The sprites are very big.
Oh, yeah.
Each attack has a lot of effect. You can just feel it.
And it's
Like,
very...
look at that! Holy shit!
It's very Street Fighter-esque as well in terms of how you pull up the combos and all that stuff.
Kicks and punches, both with 3 levels of power, just like Street Fighter, which will pay off during X-Men vs. Street Fighter. Look how beautiful the sprites are. The animations behind them are so incredibly fluid and so incredibly beautiful and creative. Each move is just really dynamic and awesome. And just don't move for a second. Look, even though we're not doing anything, look how much Cyclops is breathing. Like,
It's actually kind of creepy. He's breathing into his legs.
But he looks like he's alive almost. And look at Sentinel, like, he's a mech. But look how active he is. His body's constantly changing shape. That's a lot of creativity.
Yeah, steam
right
coming in and out and all that.
In fact, these sprites are actually recycled and used basically unchanged up until the PlayStation 3 era with Marvel vs. Capcom 2 port.
You would almost imagine that you're not watching a set of predetermined motions, but are actually like watching an animated show unfolding at your command.
And speaking of which, a lot of the voice actors from the animated show do voice acting in this game.
Yep.
Damn. We talked a little bit about the animation, but there's also kind of a seizure mechanic that they threw in. When either the characters are selected or occasionally when they win, they just seizure.
Also, another great thing about the graphics in this game is the backgrounds. First of all, the backgrounds are destructible. And second of all, no matter what background you're in, there's always some movement going on. There's a story taking place. Like right now, there's this huge sentinel that's coming up, and it's loading up. It's ready to launch out and wipe out mutant kind. If Sentinel wins, it blasts off, and if you win, then it crashes to the ground in flames.
Yeah, incorporates you into the X-Men universe, which is fantastic. Let's think about its contemporaries as well. Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo was out at around the same time as this game. So these backgrounds were something new for Capcom. The design kind of went on to inspire Street Fighter Alpha, but still it wasn't nearly as dynamic as this.
And even when you look at a game like, take even from our time, Street Fighter 4, it has really dynamic backgrounds like this. But they're not nearly as interesting.
Yeah, they don't really tell a story. There's not like a really good event going on in the backgrounds of Street Fighter 4. It's just, you know, people doing their thing, shopping, going like this over and over again, you know, in a looped cycle. Whereas this is like people are moving around, people are jumping on top of sentinels. I mean, it's really good because, like TJ said, the backgrounds are dynamic. So between the backgrounds and the animation and the jiggle mechanics, like, we have a damn
The
good
jiggle
game.
mechanics, Tony?
That Baltica sure does dehydrate. You know, one of the things I like about Children of the Atom is the jiggle factor.
Round one. Fight.
I think Capcom should go back to 1994 and learn how to do it. Because nowadays you have games like Street Fighter 4, and honestly, it's really not much there.
Understood.
I need the good stuff.
Oh, okay, the jiggle mechanics.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah,
okay.
exactly. Makes perfect sense.
Alright, so, we don't want to get into the real nitty-gritty of the combo mechanics of this game and all that sort of stuff. But, we do need to show you the final boss of this game, who is one of the most epic in video game history.
The most horrible of all video game history.
He is Magneto.
Master of magnetism.